Embodiment of the Antifragile fathers. This is shit I use as a belief system for myself. Pretty much stack everything up against this. I bet on this every fucking time. I bet on me. Because I fucking use this. I say a lot of cuss words. This is for the foul mouth fathers out there. If you ain't one, cover your ears, man. This is shit I say to myself. Fuck, you don't even... So, I live by this thing I found by this psychotic son of a bitch. And it's like a saying to live by, right? And it's on how you interact with yourself, others. It's interesting because I found myself doing this and then came across it. I was like, oh shit, that's in words. I like it. There's some pros and cons like everything, but it's severe with self, gentle with others, honest with all. So that's a sum of a lot right there. But anyways, other than that, the anti-fragile fathers. Remember, anti-fragile is something that grows when it's attacked. It's not resilient. If you're resilient, shit's gonna shock you and you're just gonna tighten up, absorb the shock, nothing's gonna happen, right? But when you're anti-fragile, that shit hits you, you're gonna grow. You might break down, but you're gonna thrive ultimately, rebuilding yourself stronger than what you were already when you were attacked. It's like this self-healing Wolverine, but he's coming back 10 times strong each time he's fucking cut and re-heals himself. And when you take that in and you pour that into your parenting or you becoming a father, or the way you fucking try to go after the future you want for your family, I fucking say these 10 things. Simple shit right here. 1, I acquire new skills in any area at any time when necessary. When you gotta do it, you gotta do it. And what a belief system to just know, hey man, this is number 1. I'm gonna have to fucking do this. It's a game of life. Now with the technology advancing and tradesmen really fucking coming to a necessity in life, and the way trades or just jobs in general, or the way business is being conducted is being overturned. A lot of old models are being fucking destroyed. And so it is like primary number 1 to fucking know how to acquire new skills all the time, anytime. Because the rug is being pulled out from underneath a shit ton of people simultaneously. And it's you know, it's something I've personally gone through. That's why it's my number 1. I'm so glad I got to spend like a decade before I was blessed with my family, and even more so my kids. Because that shit, that transition, that robbery or that loss of a way of life, or that future, regardless whether you're paying attention or building intentionally towards this future or not, is still fucking completely gone. It is a death to you. And a lot of people run around with their fucking identities tied up into what they do as a living or trade. And as a man who is a tradesman and has family members who have you can link that back for forever, right? That sort of man and their mentality are easily set in old beliefs and fixed mindsets. And when something like that happens, or just one to challenge them out of their comfort zone in general, but let alone a loss of a fucking way of providing for your family, is so goddamn devastating. Like, the grief of that alone cripples the greatest of men. And that's why it's fucking number one. It will make you unstoppable is an understatement. Antifragile is a motherfucker when it's applied in this specific area. Of when you get that robbed from you, you'll fucking come back tenfold stronger because you are acquiring new skills. And it's a necessity, like no one's business to be able to do this. So number two, one, I acquire new skills in any area and time when necessary. Number two, I apply ridiculous focus and relentless practice acquiring those new skills. If that's your mantra in the morning, mantra, whatever the fuck you say it is, you wake up in the morning, you're like, hey, let's remind myself what this is before you grab your fucking email and piss yourself off in the morning, or before you wake up to your family, your kids needing something who they won't give you fucking time to even think about what's next, just because they're barraging you with, unintentionally and barraging you and bombarding you and not giving you a time to fucking think. It just happens. So already knowing that when you are put in a time of need to acquire these new skills, you have a muscle that's already built up, and being able to hone in ridiculous amounts of focus and practice. And that's sometimes fucking training yourself on shit you don't like doing. I'm very passionate about teaching this to my kids. Because one day, I can't wait to tell my son, as an example, I did a lot of shit that I did not like to do. And as a man, you fucking have to do that. And my one example is truly going to be the statement of like, I did not want to fucking discipline you. But it's so needed to be able to hold yourself with a high capability of self-discipline. This is where it comes in handy when acquiring new skills, especially when it's necessary, when you lose your job, or it's just the work environment is unstable, or the future is just fucking chaos. Number three, fucking A. I do anything I need to set my mind to. It's a pretty simple one. Refers back to you doing shit you don't like doing. It's a good starting point. It's not a waste of time if you attribute to that in the end. Number four, fathers do and believe all that empowers them. If you're in a mind frame of just knowing that you have to do this, you have to believe this in order to empower you. I'm gonna fucking believe it to get me there. If I have to do something in order to obtain something for my family, or to empower myself to fucking do that for them, it's just a thing you gotta. It really is a goddamn light switch, man. This is why it's a belief system. That's why you say this until you just autopilot this. This is your second nature. Is that you do anything you need to set your mind to. You acquire those new skills. You have that focus. You put that fucking practice in. Fathers, do and believe anything that empowers them. Number 5, who I was yesterday doesn't matter. What matters is how hard I'm working towards becoming that which I need to and must become. The answer to that is after you figure out your vision for your family, your focus goes into becoming that, doing that. Not who the fuck you were yesterday. Yesterday, I didn't make so many fucking videos. I didn't come at it hard. I'm here now with you. This is what I live. You can't let it bother you. You can't let it bog you down, and you ain't gonna get back in front of the fucking. You ain't gonna get back up on the horse. You ain't gonna get in front of the camera. So just do it. What matters is how hard I'm working, which I'm working my fucking ass off, and there's no excuses to that. Sorry, I'm pumped up on Goggins right now. Cup full of fucking Goggins in the morning. How hard I'm working towards becoming that which I must become. Number 6, failure is imaginary, and it's only an interpretation. You have to think beyond it. Failure is bullshit. Everyone's going to say failure is something. There's acronyms for failure. There's, saying that it's a fucking emotional state. It's bullshit. What the fuck, man? Fear? It's so overplayed. It's so fucking overplayed. We create a lot of the fucking demons ourselves. They're not even there. They're just fucking created in our head. And when you really fucking understand that, and failure is just another negative, ninny-monging fucking annoying word. It might be an emotion or a gut feeling or maybe a kick to the nuts. But it's so fucking over-described and overplayed. It's fucking imaginary. If it's in your head and words are just in your fucking head, you're going to interpret failure as a lack of understanding that certain isolated incident. Pay attention. If you don't understand certain isolated incidences on a grander scale, and I'm going to put that in my pocket for later, it's not a fucking failure. Play on a higher level. Think beyond it. Because your kids depend on you to. Because all these fucking terminologies are just, the emotional state or everything that's just been explained. This is what failure does. Is it good for your kids? None of that shit that's fucking described as failure is good for your kids. So it's so fucking crucial and important for you to understand the word game. The name of the game is the words, man, you use in the vocabulary. That's why I fucking put this shit everywhere. I got it here, I got it there, I got it modified, I got this one that I'm fucking reading you off on the goddamn computer. Failure is imaginary. Think beyond it. You gotta move through it quickly, man. Number 7, fathers do not make excuses ever. Ever. Done. Statement. You don't make excuses, you just gotta do it, man. And it's funny because the problems we come up against, or the resistance or whatever we're going through, when we say obstacles, right? Or excuses when we come up against things. Excuses is just not doing shit. Just not putting the rubber to the road, We don't make excuses. Just take action on everything, man. You gotta get in the habit. You gotta fucking exercise that muscle. Not only this mentality and this belief system and this vocabulary and building this beautiful vision for your family. In the end, it all fucking weighs on your actions and what you're going to do working towards your goals. Number 8, all obstacles are and will be overcome. All obstacles can be overcome. See number 7, we don't make excuses. All right, number 9, Have goals with clear precision and only do what brings you closer to them. I only do what brings me closer to my goals. And I have them mapped out pretty fucking good. There's SMART goals I got in the corner. SMART: specific, measurable, obtainable, realistic, and timelined. The timeline is super crucial, but even more so, it's just having the precision of what you're really looking at and going for. Only do that. You gotta say no to a lot of shit too. Having these clear goals. When you have fucking clear goals, you know what roads aren't gonna fucking take you down to that future you wanna build, or you're working towards, or you're fucking trying to obtain for your kids. You know what's not gonna take you there, so you don't fucking go down them. It's a really empowering thing. Utilizing the word no for very intentional reasons and not as excuse. Alright, number 10, last one, wrap this fucker up. Fathers motivate and inspire those around them into action. Believe it. That's it. You gotta own one thing as truth in your life. This is it. And know that when we motivate people or inspire them, it goes all ways. It can go negative and go positive. Every interaction we have and we don't realize we're having with people fucking watching us, or on this video, hey, what's up, man? What we become dictates a lot of new people finding us and their decisions on us. It's really important, crucial to hold yourself accountable in a lot of areas and conduct yourself. It's a code of conduct with this belief system here, because every interaction we have, we're motivating people. That there's going to be on this face of the earth, we have a lot of fatherless kids, and it fucking breaks my heart, man. And so every male out there needs to start with a mentality of a growth mindset, understanding that we're all in this together, learning and growing, and we're trying to give the next generation, or our kids, a better world to live in. And a lot of that's going to be mental dictation of how they're going to act and what they're going to hold and value in life. And it's our responsibility to embrace that and be the example. Being unbreakable, man, in this belief system. You're going to be on fire for your family's future. Fucking take this journey with me. Everything you do matters. Embody this. Be the antifragile father. Anytime you come across something that brings you down, or fucking bogs you down, or challenges you, makes you fucking pull your hair out, or makes you need to go for a drive, know that you're going to grow from it. But not only grow from it, implement what you learned and make it something that builds you up stronger. We're in this. Fathers are forever. Fucking murder it out there.